I know 5-4 is not a great record. By Spurs standards, it's a bad record. But for anyone who wants to talk struggles, A, it's early. B, try 0-9. It is a great problem to deal with, getting title rings, raising the banner, and then having to officially start the new year. Ring number 5 for Tim, ring number 4 for Manu and Tony. After the rings, banner time. Kawhi getting his first ring. Did not play tonight, dealing with that eye infection still. An update on his status later. The Spurs 4 for 4 on previous ring nights. The big three taking the time to pose there. And how about a shot of all 5 banners next to each other? That is pretty cool. As the Spurs get ready to start another exhibition season, it does not seem like that long ago that we weren't quite sure how to pronounce the first name of the guy the team had traded for on that draft night. 3.5 years later, Kawhi Leonard needs no introduction around these parts, nor around the country after winning Finals MVP, nor in Germany, apparently. I know you guys work toward this, and this is the goal every year.
Oh, yeah.
And it's attainable every year with this group and
Yes,
with your organization, the way it's set up. But still, when it happens, you still kind of have to pinch yourself and think, not only are we winning this one, but now we've done this 5 times.
Yes, very much so.
How are you,
Not bad,
champ?
mate. Not bad. How are you? Champ, I see what you've done there.
I love the look, by the way. Everybody at home, the tie, the World Championship, NBA Championship T-shirt, the tie, the very nice blazer. Exclusively tailored. Look at this.
Look at that.
Absolutely. Oh, it does. It says exclusively tailored for Boris Diaw right there. Absolutely.
It's my size. You know, I can't find my size in a regular store.
You know, Timmy is often talked about as the franchise, the cornerstone. And he is. And I think you'll be the first one to say that. But I think there's something to be said for what the franchise became when you got here. Do you ever sit back and think about where the franchise has come since then, since your rookie year, since you got here, and just the winning that's been going on here since then?
I mean, without a doubt, you know, watching the talent that's wanted to come and play here.
After 3 of these as a player, is it a little bit surreal to be looking in now?
It is a different spot. I enjoy it. But standing over there while everything was going on, I really wanted to just stay back and just allow those guys this moment.
What up, Hector?
How about high fives for a 5th championship? That's awesome.
Did you sleep at all?
A couple of hours. But honestly, you know, when I woke up this morning, you don't, and maybe you guys are running on the same adrenaline, or maybe I should just speak for myself, but you're not really tired.
Not yet.
There's so much adrenaline still kicking through everybody, I think, that we'll get tired later on. We've got an entire offseason to be tired, right?
That's right.
From now leading up to the parade, it's all about party time and celebrating the Spurs. Well, Kev, it's 52 degrees here, a very cool 52 degrees, and it's been wet the entire day, light drizzle. But hey, let's talk about the task at hand. Let's borrow a phrase from your favorite song there by Prince. Let's party like it's 1999. That was the last time the Spurs were here for a playoff game. They ended up sweeping the Blazers and earned a trip to the very first finals. Now, the cast of characters since then, basically entirely new. Only Timmy and Pop remain, but there are some other similarities. The Spurs arrived here just about an hour ago. They just got here, and they get here with a 2-0 lead like that 99 team did. Now, the fellas didn't need a Memorial Day miracle like that team did. Instead, they're coming off big victories, 20-17. They also already won here this season, back in February, with both Timmy and Tony resting. Patty Mills, who spent 2 seasons here, blitzed his former team with 29 points to lead the Spurs to a 2-point W. Now, to be honest, LaMarcus Aldridge did not play in that game either. He will tomorrow, so will Mills. Now, we got a chance to chat with Patty as the team came off the bus.
Mindset and confidence.
With games 3 and 4 set for tomorrow and Monday, we are here through Tuesday morning. And what a big one tomorrow is. No NBA team has ever come back from a 3-0 playoff deficit. You know, the fans here in Portland are hoping their team isn't the first to try to pull that off. Live in Portland, Hector Ledesma for Maximum Sports. You're always very wary of making something bigger than it is, contextualizing it. But after titles in 99, 03, 05, 07, and in 2014, to beat a Heat team that was playing for a place in history. This Heat team, if they win this title, they three-peat. They join Jordan's Bulls, Kobe Shaq Lakers, the 60s Celtics. Very rare air. The Spurs not only beat them, the Spurs ran them out of the gym in 5 games. Well, most of the city is looking forward to tomorrow. The Spurs have to look beyond. Maybe not right now in this instant, but shortly after the parade and the Dome celebration begins free agency. And while Tim Duncan has a player option, the real questions surround Boris Diaw, Patty Mills, Matt Bonner, all of them unrestricted free agents.
It's early.
I have no idea.
But can you anticipate being back?
I don't know yet.
So it's business.
I don't know yet.
I haven't even thought about it. All I can think about is my teammates and you know, that last game and holding the trophy up on the stage. That's it. That's the only thing that's going through my mind right now, and to share it with those guys is unbelievable.
I was like, I had fun. I don't know if you guys did, but I had a good time. You guys want to do it again? I try to, put a little plug in the ears. Hopefully, come back and have fun and see if we can come back next year with everybody back and before free agents. And I know they're gonna this business side of it, but hopefully they lean toward coming back this way.
The core of the group is going to stay, pretty sure. Haven't talked to Tim, haven't talked to Bob if they think otherwise or not. But at this point, it's hard to start thinking about next season. The truth, I'm just so happy about what just happened. Trying to let it sink in, enjoy it. It's going to be a great summer of thinking about what happened.
Are you going to be back?
Yeah, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back.
Meanwhile, Aaron Baines is a possible restricted free agent. So questions to be answered as the Spurs now look to do what they haven't done, repeat as NBA champions. With the Spurs, Hector Ledesma, Maximum Sports. While he has the heart of fans, Manu Ginobili is the soul of the Spurs. The raw emotion, the will, the guts down the stretch. In last year's playoffs, we saw just how different the team looks without this member of the Big Three. For Manu, the thought of the Spurs without him sometimes seems much more permanent. Was there a time during the offseason where you feared or you thought that maybe you weren't in the Spurs' future plans?
Yeah. There are points where you feel a little insecure, not that confident as always. So yeah, there were points where I thought that probably my Spurs career is. I mean, not that I was gonna get traded right away, but probably that this was gonna be my last season.
Do you still feel that way?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But then I immediately start thinking that it's going to depend on what I do on the court, how the team performs. So there's nothing, you can do before the season starts. So that's why I'm preparing, that's why I'm getting ready, and I'm mentally ready too.
Because that feeling is there any kind of a different mindset for you, any kind of a different approach? Because it seems like I'm assuming that's a little bit of a different mindset than it was maybe in previous years where you knew, at the end of the year, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, you were going to be a Spur. Does it change your approach?
No, it really doesn't change how I'm going to face the season, because I absolutely love playing basketball. And wherever I'm going to be, I'm going to do it at 100%. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. And I'm going to play with passion, determination. I'm going to be competitive. So the fact that I'm going to be a free agent next year, that doesn't change that, because I know I'm going to play the same way.
Do you feel better than you felt in a while, injury-wise? Because it seemed like last year, we know you, we see you out there. It seemed like there were times where you just weren't you sometimes. You could tell that there was something not quite right. Do you feel a little bit better?
I think that better than last year is very easy to feel better. It was a really tough season. I couldn't have a training camp with the guys. I couldn't start the season at the middle of the season, finish the season. So it was one of those that you gotta forget. But I feel as good as 2 years ago, 3, 4.
Without Manu, the Spurs season ended in April for the first time since 1997, the season before Tim Duncan's rookie year. With Ginobili back in the mix, and with those big additions, the Silver and Black are again among the league's elite. I know you guys have high expectations and title aspirations every single year, but that being said, are they even can they be even higher this year? I mean, is this one of those, there's no reason why, if we're healthy and things go right, we shouldn't be playing in June?
I mean, we know there are other teams that are in a similar situation than us. We know that the Lakers are going to be favorite regardless because of the kind of team they have. They won it last year. They even added players too. But I think if there's a team that is close to them, it's us. And we got to be ready for when we face them. The West is always so tough. but we're going to try to come out of it.
Manu is entering his 8th season with the Spurs, but his NBA career only tells parts of his basketball story. When it's all said and done, Ginobili could have a special place in hoops history.
This is something I'm curious about. We saw David Robinson inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame this about a month ago. Considering it's not just the NBA, but international, all of basketball. You look at what you've done in the NBA with the 3 titles, the 6th man, the All-Star appearance, along with the gold medal, along with the EuroLeague title and everything you've accomplished overseas. Do you ever think about that? Something that you've got qualifications and credentials that I know you're not done yet. I know you're not, so there's still more for you to do, but when your time comes, you could be a candidate for the Basketball Hall of Fame.
It's not something that you think about when you're playing, right? Probably when somebody close to you, like David, that somebody you play with, gets inducted and makes it to that moment, then you start fantasizing about it. How cool would it be, or how special would it be? But there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. So you just wait, see if it ever happens. Unbelievable. If not, no big deal. I mean, how many players are never going to make it, right? So if it happens, great. If not, it's not going to be like a setback in my career at all.